this is the pour off of this. So what happens is this pours in clear, and as it actually starts to set, it becomes kind of cloudy and white. You can also add in any color you want to it, and you can obviously preset the color with it. We have everything from boxes to walls to floors, anything you can imagine. We can pretty much, if we don't have it here, we have designers in the field that can actually service it.
Are you running any more games at the convention?
I'm not. I'm doing a seminar this afternoon. And that's my last. Please do. Look forward to seeing you.
See you later.
Yes, ma'am.
You know where Joe is going to be? Because I have yet to see him, and I have something.
No. Actually, I think you could check with
We did something up in Washington.
Seriousness of it. I'm using the modified chart that was in the Dragon League 1 roll for line.
There might be a new one at some point. Somebody else is willing to do it, but it's too fucking expensive. Oh yeah.
Actually, I have something interesting that I wanted to ask you, actually. In order to set it up, way back in the early 70s, when I was not attached to TSR, just for fun, and because I wanted to know, I sent a questionnaire around to a bunch of different conventions in which I asked a bunch of questions, because I was curious about how people were playing the game. Later on, when we did second edition, we did a formal in one of the Dragon magazines that had like 400 questions in it. But some of those questions were the same ones that I had asked previously. And then when we did third edition, there were other surveys done, and some of the same questions were asked. But one thing that was pretty consistently was that never changed, which is kind of weird because we kept going through the different editions, is how many people are playing low-level, mid-level, and high-level games? And it generally tends to break up from the 70s as far forward, as I've seen data for. About 25% play level 1 to 3, or the equivalent, I guess, the current edition probably level 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And then the middle block, like from level 4 to level 9, and then the high block, 10 and plus. Middle block's about 50%, high block's about 25%. So is that 25, 50, 25? Is that holding now?
It's a little bit skewed. So what we've seen is it's gone down a bit. Basically, everyone playing. It's maybe more like 15% playing above level 10, and everything's kind of flowed down. And so this is actually a funny moment. So current development of D&D. So we do all the surveying and get all this feedback from players. And what we found was the average D&D campaign was only a few months long. And when I saw that, it was horrifying. It's like, oh my God, we're hemorrhaging customers. People come in, they play for a few months, and then they leave. So then we added another survey. Oh no, it was the same survey. So I had this. Oh
you
God.
asked the wrong question.
Yeah, we're screwed, right?
Then I flipped the page to the PDF to the next question. It's like, okay, when your campaign ends, I'm like, thank God, Kim, you asked this because you saved me from all this anxiety. When your campaign ends, do you keep playing D&D? And if so, when does your next campaign start? And the answer was overwhelming, like 90-something% yes. So we start a new campaign within 2 weeks. So it was this constant cycle and I think a lot of it is just because in today's world, you have a lot more people moving around. You have a lot more, with the school schedule or just social commitments. People.
I think it's also a little bit, in some ways, in part because you guys have constructed release material, post-release material, is the definition of campaign has changed a little bit. A campaign now seems much more like, here is what we would call like a big box module. It's like here is an adventure, a story arc that is going to run through. It might take months to get through, and at the end, great. It's all wonderful, and then you go look for a new story arc, and that's a new campaign.
I totally agree with Zeb saying there, because I've experienced it actually. I've played through a few of those nice hardcover campaign things you guys have done. That's exactly what we did. I also think it is structured, again, generationally. Like I keep saying about the different editions sort of structured for the people they're intended for. If you look at the way people do fiction on, for example, television now, back, when I was a kid, if you had like an hour-long drama TV show or whatever, it was just like a episodic, non-serialized thing. Now things are much more serialized, and you expect, like, oh, there's going to be a mid-season finale, and there's going to be a season finale, and so I think people are used to having a story with a beginning, middle, and end, and that can translate to their campaign. It's like, we defeated the big bad. The campaign is over.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we won't have season 2 of the campaign, but it's going to be a completely different campaign, and could have new characters or whatever. And I think that helps a lot, and certainly makes it easier on the GM.
Yeah, we see very few groups like this idea, like the multi-year campaign.
Yeah, you see now like the.
Somebody do something besides saying no.
They're going to work the hardest. The second hardest working person in the group. Then we need another player to command 2 dwarf units and another player to command 2 elf units. The dwarves are armored infantry. They're very durable. They're slow moving. They consist of 16 armored infantry, small unit of bowmen, in this case a banner, a dwarven hero, a dwarven berserker. This unit's the same, only without the banner. For the elves, you have an elf march warren unit. The elves are plus, you get 2 extra dice against orcs. Plus they get first strike. They have all the bowmen that can split, move, and fire. They have a banner, and they have an elf hero.